Today we want to leave the downtown and the midtown behind us and go back to the suburbs, back to the roads here in Cities Skylines 2. And we want to build a brand new suburb right here on the edge of this city. It's Douglas Autumn Mills, so welcome here in Douglas, our bigger city of our two cities. I already added some main roads right here. Now we want to go in at the first block, and the first block will consist of some service buildings. I think this is the center space of our new suburb. So let's see what we can do. I grabbed this nice church and we have this cemetery. I think we can combine those guys. I want to add a church and bring it over the shed of this cemetery, add some parking to it, add some detailing, and this is our first build. And I think this is a nice focal point, or one of our focal points of this new suburb. I think people will be happy with their new cemetery and this new church, of course. And let's see what we can do in terms of surface work and all the good stuff. You can already see we have here's this parking here waiting for some people moving in first. First, yes, of course, we need some houses to have some people who have the potential to die. Anyway, this is good, I think, and next to it we want to add a fire station. Maybe we can add a little pod next to the fire station, so the firefighters will have a good access to fresh water when it comes to getting rid of some fires. Because we will add a lot of trees into this neighborhood, will we look very much overgrown. This is the idea. I love a nice overgrown suburb, so there will be likely some chances to a fire outbreak, so a fire station isn't the worst idea in the world, I think. And now let's fill in the space between the train line and the main road of the suburb with some different zoning. And by different zoning, I mean some North American zoning and some Southwest building zoning. We can fill in some spaces with a little bit of detail, like some garbage containers and good stuff. And I think the train line running behind the houses makes it look very cool, makes it look interesting. We can, of course, add something later on to separate the backyards of the houses with some trees from the from train tracks or something like this. Now we go in and fill the rest of our first block, and I think we do this by a little bit of mix of plopping and zoning. Where the zoning behave, we can zone, and where the zoning doesn't behave that good, we can plop some houses too. And maybe since it's a little bit of the town or of the neighborhood center, we can add a skate park, maybe. This is the idea. And maybe some more sporting facilities and some path for a little bit of walkability. So let's see what we can do and see if we can make it look pretty. So I thought we can use this space for a little bit of a soccer or football pitch right behind these houses. And I hope the people like what they see. And if you like what you see, maybe you leave a like on this video. And maybe you even subscribe to my channel for more Cities Skylines content, from Let's Plays to tutorials. Would love to meet you here on the channel more often. Thank you. And now, as I said earlier, let's fill in the area or the gap between the train tracks and the houses with some trees. And also we will add some trees on the property of those houses, on the properties here. And then we continue with our alleyway system and try to fill it in as best as we possibly can. All right, let's relax a little bit and watch the houses grow. New people moving in. Of course, we will come back and add some trees and swap out some surfaces to make it look more interesting. And in back you can see our midtown, so we are not far away from good access to all the good stuff. But on the other hand, we have a very quiet neighborhood. So I think this is a nice mix, a nice space to live. This is the goal, of course. So let's just continue with some low residential houses. And maybe we can also add some bigger houses, some mansions in this space. Let's make it a little more interesting to surround with some trees. And then we go into these signature buildings and try to squeeze in one or two of those luxury mansions. So something special right here to just give this area some more uniqueness, I guess. And this is fine, it fits. And you can see this white building there on the upside of the screen is a elementary school. So I think we should add a path so the people from this new neighborhood can easily have access to these school buildings. So they can use the path and go to school. They just have to watch a train a little bit. What? No worries, we will add a fence and protect the kids from jumping onto the train tracks, or maybe some bushes are alright as well. And look at this, already we have someone walking here. So this is cool to see. I love my invisible path. There we go. Looks fine, I think. Looks good. In terms of detailing, we can always add some invisible path between the houses. We can add a surface there, so hopefully with some people walking in between the houses. I love to see this. And this space is good for a little park or a plaza. We will detail it up a little bit, of course. We can add some trees. We don't have to go too crazy right here, but already this looks good, I think. And first new houses already grow in. And another nice spot I want to make use of is this one. And I want to add one house, so this can work as a farmhouse, because I want to have some horses in this area. So maybe we can add some stables or some barns, something like this. And then we can add some horse spawners. So we have a little bit of some stables here for the people to enjoy some horseback riding or something like this. I think this is another nice addition to make this neighborhood look unique and not just a bunch of lower residential houses and nothing else. So some highlights I think are important to make a neighborhood unique and interesting. So this is what we do. We need to add the hang around area, and then we can add some horse spawners inside the hang around area, so the horses will stay in this area. And look at this, we have some horses. Let's swap out some surfaces and detail up this house just a little bit. And then I think this is already fine. There's not much else to do with this horse area. I don't know. Can we call it like this? Anyway, let's continue. Let's add some trees. And this is what we love to see. Some overgrown districts. So we can pretend they are here for a long time already. Okay, the next thing I want to do is to add a bus line to our new neighborhood. We already have some bus stops right here next to the Target, next to the ferry stop, next to this industry, and I think this is a good idea to add a bus stop right here next to the path, to the walking path to the elementary school. And let's see, maybe right here to this junction. Maybe we can add another one next to these service buildings, or yeah, maybe on this corner is fine, or maybe here just in front of the cemetery, and maybe another one right here. And then we want to connect everything up, and I'm very hopeful we will see some people showing up in the bus. Let's rename this line, and let's check the bus stops real quick. And yes, look at this, some people already waiting here for the bus. And let's check the other bus stop at the Target, and yeah, we can see a bunch of people already here. So we just have to wait for the bus to come out of the depot, and there it is, our first bus heading towards our new bus line. There we go. And another bus just behind him. That's fine. Okay, let's continue. to try to fill in these spaces as best as we can with some more low residential stuff and some more trees to fill in the last gaps. And this is a nice district. I think I like it. And if you want to support me, by the way, you can become a member of the channel. It's only 99 cents a month and you will get access to my safe game of Chaos Hills, and you will get access to my mod list, some cool emotes, a special Discord role, some sneak peeks, all the good stuff. All the perks are in the description. If you want to support me this way, you can do this by becoming a member of my channel. Thanks so much, guys. And if you don't want to become a member of my channel, you can still consider becoming a member of my Discord channel. That is free and we can share some screenshots of Cities Skylines and other stuff if you like. I will link everything in the description. Okay, let's get back to this gap where the students walk to the school. I thought we could squeeze in a little park and connect it up again. Look at the amount of people coming from the bus stop. I like to see this. Using the path. Wow. Wow, look at this. All the people on this new path. This is cool. Now they have another option. They can walk through our path. And not our path. They can walk through our park. Through our new path. This is what I wanted to say. Anyway, let's add some surfaces, some trees, some bushes, all the good stuff. We already have some homeless people as well, but this is fine and this looks fine as well. What do you think? For this space, I thought we can again use some ditches. We have some ditch networks all around the city, and this is a good space for another teeny tiny narrow little ditch right here. I again use the EU wall and sink it into the ground so it works a little bit as a curb, as a separation from the ditch to the road or to the sidewalk. So let's fill in some surfaces, some bushes and trees, and I think this is another nice interesting addition to our district. What I do now is basically go through the district, find some gaps and try to fill it the most interesting way I can possibly imagine. A little playground here, a little walking path right there, some surface extension right here just to give this guy a bigger property. Yeah, just to fill in some awkward space and make it look more complete. Those are some different methods you can use for your suburb as well. So this is a nice property as well. Nice triangle property. Not bad, I think. I would move here. And the rest is just filling out the gaps between the main road and the alleys with some trees, of course, again. There we go. And of course some trees on the properties as well. Then we swap out some surfaces for some more interesting grass textures. For example, the ones by Gaga I can recommend. And now some last houses right here. And then we go in with a bunch of tree work again and separate the suburb from the industrial harbor area. So this is, I think, a good idea. And the last thing I want to do is jump onto the bus, right? We just fill in some spaces with dirt and tire marks, as we always do. And then we take a little bus tour, a little bus trip around our new district, or a new bus line. And yeah, this is the end of our episode. I hope you like my new neighborhood, and I hope I see you back here in the next episode of Case Hills here in Cities Skylines 2. I'm Case Fun. Have a good one. Enjoy the bus ride. Bye bye.